Yeah. Cadence through the ceiling, it's the vibe you give and running through my heart. Music drives my feelings, sending
Hey everybody, what's going down? It's your girl Jay Renee. You know I always got something to say today. Oh my God, we have a chef in the building, world renowned. I'm talking about you gonna see him on your TV very soon. And yes, he is a bruh. For those that don't know, that is the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. You need to do your history if you don't know who they are. Y'all give it up for the one and only Chef Arceneaux.
No, it's all good. It's actually Arceneaux, but no, it's all good. It's really all good. I appreciate you having me, man. This is cool.
So sorry, I'm so sorry, I butchered that.
No,
My Louisiana people gonna be like, I know good and well. Like,
look, I was debating. I was just like, I wonder if I should say maybe not. Not, but it's really I kind of my last name is unconventional, so I you was actually really close. But no, Arsenal is Kyle Arsenal, aka What Dog Cooking. Shout out to the bros. We here.
so you doing more than just barbecuing on the pit. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Everything is happening kind of fast, but we got our my seasoning off the ground now. We got the TV show coming out soon, and this interview is real big. I love all the energy and positive energy we've been getting lately, and it all started just from us having fun, trying to show our family dynamic off, and things just took off from there.
Talk to me. How did you get into being a chef?
So I mean, food is such a big part of our growing up back home. I've had pretty much a shared childhood between Houston and Louisiana. So, and as diverse as Houston has gotten with the food scene, I have some very early memories of food experiences here in Houston. And of course, the earliest is chilling in my grandmother's kitchen waiting for the food to be done. So that's like food has just always been a big part of everything that we do, celebration wise, to show your gratitude, to welcome, a new member to the family. That's just it's always circling around food. So it was pretty natural actually.
So, at what age were you like, I'm going to take this serious? I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to do it unlike anyone's ever seen.
So I think I can think back to a few different moments because obviously I love the food from back home. I mean, if it flies, crawls, or swims, I know what to do with it. I'm a smother it down, do what I got to do.
Ooh,
But
you sound like my people now. You sound like my people.
yeah, so I mean it. So yeah, our food from back home. That's a treasure to me. It's so many memories in the pots and stuff back home, but being out here in Houston, the diversity of it has really like changed the way I think of like the dishes that my favorite dishes. It'll be too hard for me to have a favorite dish because I try to kind of diversify our meals in here. So I have three kids, and they all have different tastes, and we really have to, we might have an Asian night, we might have um, a Nigerian night, we might have an Italian night. So Thanksgiving has been real cultured and diversified in here because I just want my kids to experience uh, more than even what I had. So again, food, bringing it back to food. Food is just such a passion. So it's really easy, it's fun, and this is where we're at now.
Let's jump into your seasonings because
Okay.
I'm like, what? I always love when someone creates their own seasoning because you know how we grew up. At first, everybody know Lowry's, the seasoning. And it's just like, everybody don't need to get gout by the time we 30. So then that's when you break off into all the different seasonings and but to have your own blend, what went into that? What like did you taste different things? Were you at the farmer's market saying, oh, this goes well with this? And well, tell me about it.
So a lot of that went into it. It was actually like maybe a 3-year process of me starting it, stopping it again, getting kind of frustrated, stopping it again. Because even though I know how I want my food to taste, it's pretty difficult, I find, to put all of that in one bottle. Because I mean the purpose of the all-purpose seasoning is so that you only have to pick up one bottle and then your food is the way you want it to be. And that was such a challenging thing. And I didn't think it would be. I'm like, man, I know how to cook, man. I can throw this down. This is all good. But it was challenging, man. I had to really focus on what the different seasons smelled like, what they taste like alone. Like I've never just tried paprika before, just in my hand. Like so it was a whole new journey that I had to go on, and visiting our local farmers markets, and cracking open all these different seasonings that were already on the shelves, just to kind of narrow down how I wanted my taste to be. And now, I keep a bottle in my kitchen. My family members keep a bottle in theirs. So it's really cool getting that feedback that so basically I'm helping season people's food for the night. Like that's a pretty cool feeling for me.
Is it available in different areas, and what's the name of it?
So it's called One and Done Creole Seasoning. And right now you can get it at whatdogcooking.com as what DAWG cooking cookin.com. And as of right now, that's the way that we're getting it out to the people. And we've gotten some really positive feedback. Yeah, I have some of my older uncles calling me and telling me that they're really proud of how it came out. Because I mean, it's a big deal. People order the seasoning, then a lot of times they go buy the food that they plan on cooking for the night. So I can't be messing up people's, as high as food is today, man. We can't be messing up people's dinners. So it's really gratifying when I get all that positive feedback that people really dig in the seasoning.
I mean, because both of us, we have people in Louisiana and Texas. Matter of fact, Houston, not Texas. Houston and Texas in general is two different areas. That's what I tell people. I'm from
Right,
Houston
right,
first, then Texas. Now, we can't mess up food
right, right,
because you show me one person who knows how to only cook for one person.
right, right.
I,
And it's so important. It's
you mess
so
that up,
important.
baby. That's it. That's it.
They'll
But
never forgive me.
be
They'll
like,
never
hey, what can
forgive
I
me.
bring to this cookout? You just bring plates. Just bring.
And see, I definitely want to be the guy that's gonna bring more than the silverware to the cookouts, man. That brings me joy to cook for people. I love to see the reaction on people's face, and lately I've been getting a lot of calls. Like, everybody wants to come and sit in and just see what I'm cooking for the day, and that reminds me a lot of how I grew up back in Bellevue, Louisiana. Now, first off, if you're gonna try to look up where Bellevue at, is not on the map. I don't. I'm going to contact some people in Louisiana. We need to change this. I need to see Bellevue on the map. But that's kind of how we grew up, man. My grandmother, she is a great cook. She has inspired all of us in our cooking journeys. And that was back in the day where people wouldn't even call before they would show up. They would be on their way back from work and they
Yes,
would just stop in. If the screen door was open, we was welcoming guests. That's it.
like to this, I kid you not. To this day, a lot of my family members had an open door policy, and I'm just like, can you lock it? Can you just lock it? No, that's okay. Boudreaux gonna stop in. He just gonna say, hey,
Right.
excuse you,
That's it. Don't
safety.
need no invite, don't
Ju-
need no warning. They don't even knock. Everybody, they just walk in and they can smell the food from the driveway, and that's all they need. That's the only invite they needed.
And the crazy
Now
part is, like, I'm going to Louisiana in July, and I'm just like, just lock the doors, please.
I'm
You be all
right.
right. You be all right. Sister Ernestine, she next door. What's she gonna do?
Right, right.
They
Yeah,
just,
that,
and
I'm
then they
and,
just
and
walk
I'm
and they
from
be
that
like,
type of neighborhood. We know everybody. So we sit on the porch. every car that passes by, my grandmother and grandfather know everybody, and they all blow. That's
Yes.
kind of their way of saying, like, hey, I got something to do, can't stop today, but they all give a
Mhm.
little horn,
Do
blow,
that.
chunk the dudes. Yep, that's it. Everybody do that on the porch waving all day long.
I'm just
That's
like,
it.
I'm like, can nobody knows what a cell phone is? Or, I don't know. Send text message, I guess. We don't do that here. Okay,
Don't do
because
it. We don't do it.
my dad's family, majority, well, my grandfather's, my grandfather and his children were brought up in Shreveport,
Okay,
but
okay.
we have Cajun in us.
I
So
got you.
you're
Yeah.
Creole, we have Cajun. And
Right, right.
I'm just like, it's it's different. It's
It's
different.
different. It's similar origins, but still very different. Like I believe like the whole blackened method. That's more of a Cajun style. You know, you get blackened catfish, you get blackened salmon, that type of thing. That's more of a Cajun style. They enjoy that char on their food. The Creole side is more of a low and slow type of thing. That's where you're gonna get your smothered chickens, your etouffees and things of that nature. So both, equally great in their own right, but still, very different at the same time.
Yeah, and the thing is, my mom, her side, like we talking about up there in generations, but
Right.
they're Creole. So I'm just like, oh, we're just a little okay, just pot of gumbo. That's what's up.
That's it. That's
That's what's
it. That's
up.
that's how it always is in
Either way it go,
Louisiana.
I love me some good catfish. If I mess up the name every time. Ask filet.
The
That
chafalaya.
there it is. See there? You about to give me a trouble, man.
Yeah, the chafalaya. Yeah, that's a hell of a dish out there, man.
And how do you control the spice? Because we like spicy food.
So that was also another dilemma that I was facing because just recently, within this past year, I've been measuring what I'm putting into my food. Before, I was just kind of seasoning with my soul. You know what I'm saying? Like it would always come out similar, but not always the same. So a big part of my seasoning development was just knowing exactly what's going into the food because my grandmother never wrote down anything. She still doesn't write down anything.
Unless it's for desserts.
Right. So the
Hmm.
dessert menu would have a long. It's a long dictionary of the dessert menus, but just smothered chicken, etouffee, gumbo. But no, they're not writing it down.
How about a
They out
pinch?
there talking and seasoning.
I don't know what a pinch is to this day. I'm just like,
Sitting
what if
right.
my hands are bigger than yours? Like, what is? I mean, I
Everybody pinch is different.
that's what I'm saying. Like when my mom when she makes greens, like she the only person on her side to make greens. And
Right.
every time since I was young, I've been looking at it like
I
I
gotta
want
find
to
out how to
say,
do
is
that.
that a teaspoon? She'd be like, teaspoon of what? I don't know. She'd be like, I just put a pinch of salt, a pinch.
Right.
What is? Um,
And
is this
it's so
pinch like?
necessary for us to find this out because once it's gone, once they're gone, we don't none of us want to think about those days, but like once they're gone, we don't have access to that anymore, so we're
Right.
kind of just left in limbo trying to, remember how this tastes and what this was. So me and my grandmother actually been spending a lot of time on the phone these past couple years, especially. She gonna hate me for telling this story. So my wife back in 2011, um, we met, and she invited me over. She was go cook for me, and like it my my wife can cook. She just doesn't enjoy it the way I do. So like I used to be able to taste the love that was missing out of the dish. Like I can tell, like you made this, but you weren't smiling while you was cooking this. So so in 2011 is really when I started taking off with my cooking. That whole summer I stayed on the phone with my grandmother, like, hey, well, do you use flour or cornstarch here? Do you use black pepper, white pepper? It was cool because you can tell she wanted to share that information. and she was just really proud that I was starting to, pick up that mantle. And it's a blessing and a curse because now I can't just sit down for Thanksgiving anymore. Everybody want me to cook something. So uh I've been yeah, so it's been real cool. I've been able to reconnect with my older generation through my food and through my cooking. And all my younger cousins think I'm pretty cool because I got a few followers on Instagram. So like I'm gonna be the cool uncle for a while now. So it's all working out.
Talk to me about the opportunity to be on television, and are you able to talk more about that?
Yes, I can share a little bit. When when the talent recruiter reached out, I immediately thought it was kind of a scam. I get a lot of spam into my DMs. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm forwarding it to my wife. And I'm like, hey, check this out. Make sure this is a legit source and everything. And she, what I'm saying, she has this figured out. You ain't getting past my wife. That's the one thing you ain't gonna do. She checking emails. She gonna be like, yeah, this looks legit. So I reached back out to the guy and I was just like, yeah, man, like let's have a conversation and just kind of, tell me what you're thinking. And basically the show is called the Family Recipe Showdown. And family members, so it's teams of two, and you compete with a family member using your family recipes to see, whose family can throw down the best. And it was such a cool experience, man. It was so well organized, so many cameras everywhere, and like everybody knew where they had to be. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, it ran seamless. So I feel like we're there and we're just all nervous and just waiting for our opportunity to show that what we can do. And it was just a great experience. The host, Octavia Spencer, she is a sweetheart. She's a woman about her business. It was a joy to watch her in her element because you have the side of her where she's speaking, being a host, and then you have that businesswoman side. As soon as the cameras cut off, she's telling them where to go, them where to stand. So that was real cool watching her work. Also, Duke Chase, he's a famous chef in New Orleans. His entire lineage is in the kitchen. His grandmother, his mom, himself, and now his daughter. So they have generations of chefs that have been throwing down in New Orleans for forever. So that was kind of nerve-wracking as well because like I know how to cook. I've never cooked under these type of circumstances, so it was eye-opening, great experience though. Definitely, you know, treasured every moment of it. It was cool.
You still seem like it was unreal, like you're
It,
still
it
in
really
the.
it really was like because when you walk out and you see like Octavia Spencer was on Hidden Figures on The Help. She was even in that horror show. What was it, Ma? I think she
Yeah,
played
mom.
in.
Yeah.
So like and she's just so it's like I have no acting experience. So like I'm pretty sure I'm staring at the camera and everything. Like I don't know how to be natural in front of the camera. Like I had to learn that on the fly. And a lot of watching her operate, I was like, man, this is like she's just really good at this. Like it's not even she wasn't even thinking. Like they were giving her things to say on the fly, and she was putting her own spin on it right there. I was like, man, this is wild watching this woman do this. And also, we got to meet a couple other people. So I know you probably know Candy Burris. She
Oh
was a
yeah, from
part.
Real Housewives of Atlanta and from
That's
Escape.
it.
Yeah.
And Houston's own Tina Knowles is going to be on this show. Yes,
What,
so
Mama
it's
Tina?
yes, Mama T on there. Like it's I feel like it's gonna be the start of something real great. This is the season one, so hopefully one day we looking at it, 20 seasons from now, and they hit your boy up for a reunion. I don't know. Let's see how it go, maybe.
Would you ever have your own spinoff of that? Like have your own TV show?
Man, if people if people wanted to see me on TV again, I would be I'd be much obliged to do it. Like, I'm actually excited to see what I look like on this TV. I don't I might embarrass my whole family on this thing. Now, the one thing I know they're gonna have to do a bunch of editing because they hooked that mic up to us early that morning and they didn't take it off until late that night. So I know I was saying all kind of stuff on there. I just hope me and the other contestants, we've actually, became friends and, we speak and things like that. And I want to let them know, like, I didn't mean anything I was saying. It was a competition. I'm very competitive. I love all of them. So I don't want them to watch it. I don't know what they go put in there, to be honest. I don't want them to watch it and hear what I was saying. I wasn't really praying on anybody's downfall, but hey, man, it's $10,000 at stake, man. Like, I had to do what I had to do to try my best, put my best foot forward. So it's cool though, man. Like a lot of cool experiences and stuff I'm gonna cherish for a while.
Like you had an Isaiah Cameron be like, got me out here in this heat. Got me-
It was a bunch of them moments, man. Oh, and before I forget, I want to give a big shout out to my cousin Tori Landry. Man, this dude dropped everything that he was doing. I called him one day out of the blue and was like, "Hey, cuz, like, I got this TV show that I'm gonna be in. I'd like you to be in it with me." Dude was like, "All right, what's the dates?" You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't question me about it. Like, just real family, man. Like I appreciate him so much for because I mean we both just we're the cooks in our house. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not classically trained by any means. We cook outside, we cook for family, but this was a whole new level of what we thought we could do, and it really opened my eyes to, like, man, like, it elevated us. Like, it really elevated our cooking. I had never tasted our family recipes so good. It was we did everything from scratch, like cut every onion, chopped every bell pepper, every sprinkle that went into it. We did our thing, man. I was so proud of us, like just two country kids from Louisiana. Now we on the big screen and on Food Network. So that was real cool for us.
Talk to me about the importance, because growing up, food and just family, brought everybody together. We have people that like to joke on the movie Soul Food, but in reality, that brought the family together. Despite what
It
they
really
said,
did.
it brought the family together. But
It really did. It really
y'all-
did. And that I feel like that movie was such a genuine depiction of what food and family meant in the South. Um, like I'm a big movie guy. Love movies. I'm a movie buff, a show buff. So that show in particular, we were actually talking about that not too long ago in here. Um, that that though that every I felt like I'm old enough now to where I've been through all those stages on that show. I've been the little kid in my grandmother's kitchen. Like, I've been the adult with kids that's trying to manage life and get the kids to school to practice and cook for them, sharing my life experiences with my family and friends and going through happiness and sadness. That movie, I felt like, is a brilliant depiction of you know black families in the South, man. And I can't wait until all my kids get old enough because I really want to sit them down and watch that. What Cousin Faith was doing, I'm not ready to show that to my daughters yet, but whenever they get of age, we can talk about why Cousin Faith ain't never coming to this house. We ain't I don't I don't know. Everybody got a Cousin Faith. They might not be named Cousin Faith, but they can't come
yeah,
here.
yeah, be like,
we
let's go
know it.
over here.
We know when they show up too. We just like, oh,
Like
damn.
like I know, I know. We just be like mm,
Right.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
we heard about you. We
mm.
heard about you, dog.
And we be like, hey girl,
That
mm,
fake that fake
mm,
hey
hey,
girl,
how you
who
do?
called you over
Oh,
here?
oh, oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's so nice. Yes,
Right.
bless the Lord. Yes,
That's it.
but like it's really hard to describe that type of culture growing up in it, and it's like I can't explain it, but we just had it was just nobody like it's indescribable, really.
Right, right.
Because
It's definitely there.
I know us growing up. Well, I'm my only kid from my mom, but we used to just have parties and in the apartment. I'm talking about we had a one bedroom apartment at the time, and it would be flooded with
Right.
everybody. I'm talking
With
about second floor parties. You know, it's whatever you had going on. It don't matter if your car got repo, you had to return something the next day,
right.
and you didn't have
You're
to
never
stand
alone.
on it. My cousins was helping me with my homework as we was all
Right.
dancing to Marvin Gaye.
So speaking, I have the last time we checked from the last family reunion, I have like 102 second cousins. So yeah, so I believe my grandmother had, I want to say it was like 23 brothers and sisters, and my grandfather may have had, it's either 11 or 13. Some of them have passed, some of them passed even before I got here. So my numbers may be off, but I know holidays was never dull. Like we had a house full of people, and my grandmother was always cooking. She was always the one that everyone wanted her food. Uh, which so and I can't give that detail about the show, but when the talent guy asked me what are some of the things that I know how to cook, like some of my family recipes, yeah, I can say that. So it's called a couvillon, and it's basically a red fish gravy. You stew down all your onions, bell peppers, garlic, everything into this tomato gravy that you make, and then you poach your fish and shrimp, and it just collects this
Oh, I had
beautiful.
that before.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So and
Put that over
that was
some
the
rice. You
one
good.
dish, right, over rice, and that was the one dish that my cousins from when they would come down from Houston, that was like the one thing they always requested. And I was always happy when she made it, because it was delicious. But then once once the talent guy asked me about a family recipe, that was instant. That was like the first dish that I thought about, because I can remember the smiles on their faces when they would come in from from the big city, and that was the dish that they was welcome with, and it never disappointed. And out of everything that she knew how to cook, everything that they had eaten from her, that was the one thing they always asked for. So like that was a pretty easy decision right there. When I called my cousin and asked him to be on the show, he was like, "Yeah, Russ, but like, what we gonna do?" And I said, "Bro, I think we need to do the Cuvion." He was like, "That's perfect." He said, "Man," because he had memories from his mom making that same dish. I had memories of my grandmother throwing that dish down. So, uh, and it was almost kind of emotional because we had so much history over this dish connecting us to our family. So it was almost like destined that we were supposed to be cooking this at that time. Like there was no other dish that I would have prepared other than that one.
Man, I could just my favorite thing, and I think my mom and I were talking about this some months back. Baby, they ain't never had no Crisco cornbread in the skillet. Lord, oh my goodness, you get that Crisco and you just rub it around that
Yeah, yeah.
skillet and you just pour that corn. Oh my goodness, my mouth is salivating right now. Like my grandma, I have seen this lady clean crawfish. Like like I've seen the crawfish pinched her, and she just
Right.
smacked it off like it was a net. And I was just like, I don't think you might need to go to the emergency room because
Hey,
I don't
them
think
older
that was
people are
good.
built a little different, man. They are built a little different. Them fingers, there's so much history in those fingers. Like they got it understood beyond anything that I think I'm gonna be able to accomplish right now. I think that just comes with time, patience, and just experience. So them old people built different.
Yep, all the way down to the cheesy grits. Oh Lord, about to have me hungry in here. But I do. I want to ask you for advice for younger chefs. What advice can you give them on their journey?
Uh, man, I would say, I mean, just don't be scared. Don't be scared in the kitchen, man. Like, there's so much information out there for us now. There's almost no excuse for you not to be able to have at least a few dishes that you can prepare for yourself. Between TikTok and YouTube and things of that nature, you know, you know what? I do have a little just control. I feel like cooking, a lot of cooking is just controlling your fire. Um, Too many people just crank the heat up and they're trying to get get these 30-minute meals in. And if you just have a little more patience, maybe it'll take a little more prep on the front end, but have a little more patience, and you can truly watch as your dish blossoms from the raw ingredients to your dinner for the night. So yeah, if you just have a little time for it, and because I'm the type, I can stand over my pots and stir all day long. It don't bother me. It's actually
Um,
therapeutic for me.
it's like in my mind, I cook like I'm on Hell's Kitchen. So for me, I'm gonna let everybody know Jay Renee cannot cook soul food. I tried, but then the other ancestors be tapping in. I tried making gravy and it turned into white peppercorn gravy. I tried making homemade biscuits and I was just like,
Right, right.
they looked ashy. I said, no, that's okay.
And it was probably just one or two tweaks that I'm not gonna pretend to know what went wrong, but I guarantee you it was probably just one or two tweaks that you were missing. And for the most part, like the kitchen should be a a place of calm. It's like one of those, it's one of those avenues that your entire family is going through this place in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like my kids, they stay in their room, they stay in their game room, they play outside, but at some point during the day we're all gonna convene in that kitchen. So I feel like that it just makes it a special place. So any any place like that, you should want to spend more time in there. You should want to, I guess, learn things that you probably thought you couldn't do. Um, I love it. It brings me back to back home, and it's just amazing that my passion for cooking has gotten me here. I watch a lot of TV, and last night was the first time I've seen myself on a commercial, so that it's special, and I hope my kids appreciate it and everything, and they're part of the reason why I accepted it. Because I really, we're busy. We have a lot of stuff. Like my little man, Cannon, he's the youngest. He's our little athlete. He plays baseball. He's every weekend we got something to do with him. My middle girl, Reese, she is our little social butterfly, our little artist. She's so smart and beautiful. Like there's always something that I need to be doing with her. Our oldest, Reagan, she is entering her last year at TSU as a pharmacist. Yeah, so we have like massive amounts of things going on. We have a little dry erase board. Everybody's writing down their events where they have to be. So I was almost tempted to turn the opportunity down. Uh, but something told me like, man, you got to at least give this thing a shot, and luckily I had a great partner who calmed me down when I was nervous, because I was nervous the whole time. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what I'm gonna look like on this TV screen. I was nervous the entire time. But my cousin's so full of joy and love, man. He's also a bruh. So shout out to the bros again. He really helped me through this, man, and we had a blast, bro. We really did.
So before we go, um, tell us what date will the show premiere and the website where people can buy your spices as well as the social media where they can reach you.
Okay, so the Family Recipe Showdown will be premiering on Food Network July 17th. Our episode is August 7th. So I believe, and there's a bunch of episodes. So I'm not even sure which episode we are, but I know we're airing on August 7th. Um, I mean, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, Facebook. What Dog Cooking? Um, the dog DAWG Cooking COOKIN. Uh, that is also the website for the seasoning, the one and done Creole seasoning. You know, I wanted to make a seasoning to where you don't need, 5 and 6 seasonings when you're trying to do your chicken, fish, or shrimp. I got it all in this bottle. I promise y'all, say just give it a shot. Is one of my most prized possessions, you know what I'm saying? Other than my wife and kids, obviously. But my seasoning, that's my baby. And I'm super excited to keep getting it out there to the world. We're shipping it out to places all over the country. And it's really cool getting that feedback and post a story, man. I mean, let me know what you think about it. I'm super humble and excited to keep pushing this out there.
All right, y'all. That was Chef Arceneaux, because he got the arsenal with the cooking. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah. I just want to thank you so much for the opportunity to interview you, and I cannot wait to see what else you have in store. And hey, let me know because I like to eat, as you
I
can see.
got you. I got
Hey,
you. I
I eat.
appreciate you for having me. Definitely. This was a blast. I had a great time.
And y'all be sure to check out this episode this Thursday on YouTube at Talk With Me Podcast. I got to remember the at Talk With Me Podcast with Jay Renee. All right, bye, Chef. See you later. Hey, everybody, what's going on? It's your girl, Jay Renee. You know I've got something to say. Bringing you new episodes and new guests on your Talk With Me Podcast exclusively on YouTube. Like, share, and of course, subscribe. And follow us on IG too. All right, y'all. Bye.